Happy 2020 and welcome back to my corner of the internet. I'm Gina here, and for today's video I'm going to be talking about making friends, losing friends, and the in-between. So I was inspired to create something like this by the beautiful Jessica Oli, and I realized after watching her video that this type of content isn't really out there. There's not a lot of people discussing about how they make friends, how they work with their friends, always being present with each other. And then what happens when you realize that moments you've had of your friendship is starting to diminish, and that who you are now as a person isn't the same as you were when you first became friends, and how it's time to let people go. I just want to share my thoughts and ideas of it, and how the past 20 years I've gone in and out of friendship, and the people who have been in my life for a long time. I have a few girls who's been in my life for now 8 years, and what we've done to really keep that friendship alive and to continuously allow it to grow and to prosper. Start off with this video, I want to say that my 2020 word is meiraki, and it means to fully put yourself into your work. And I was thinking about this word and I realized, okay, it doesn't have to only be applied to work. It can also be applied to your relationships and who you are as a person. So the reason why I brought up this word is to make sure that friendships need to continuously be worked on, so they can always be evolving and improving, and you are always trying to be present with the people you are around. I try really hard to give them my uninvited attention. I'm always listening to what they have to say, always making comments, always being there for them. Even if I can't be with them physically, I try to at least somehow show them that I'm there and I acknowledge them and I'm still with them. So that's what I just wanted you guys to think of throughout this whole video, is the word meiraki, and to see where can you apply this in your friendships, and maybe if that's a reason why you feel like the person that you're going to start breaking this bond with could possibly be because you guys aren't being present with each other, and maybe that's something you guys can work on to save the friendship. So something to also think about is the small intimate conversations that you have with a person can really mean a lot in the long run, because it shows that you value each other and that you're understanding what is needed from you and what is needed from the other person. So that is something that I really try to make time for, is to show intimacy with my friends, that they know I really value the energy that they bring, and I feel like they are helping me, guiding me, and I hope that I help and guide the people that I am surrounding myself with, because then we are learning off of each other, and that's something that's amazing, because we all come from different paths and we've all learned different things and we're all seeking out different things. So to have a very diversified friend group is something that can really help each other evolve and grow, and the intimacy that can be brought upon with everyone can really help people think, okay, I like this, I don't like this, I want to do this, I've never heard about this. So it really just helps you all become a more well-rounded person. And it really also helps figure out who you are. It helps you realize, okay, this is what I want to surround myself with. This is the energy I know that will uplift me and help me. You don't even have to be there physically. I know there's been a lot of moments where I can't physically be with some people that I really care about, but I always try to find some way to show them that I'm always there and listening, and that I'm being present, even though I'm not with them at that exact moment. So that think about too, is how can you be present with them, not even physically, just emotionally, mentally, and spiritually too. The first topic that we're going to talk about is making friends, and I realize that's something that's very challenging for a lot of people, is because they feel intimidated by other people's presence, and they don't want them to think less of them by the way they go about interacting with people. And so I really feel like to make a friend is just to be fully out there. Just do it. It's good, like I mentioned earlier, to have a diversified group. So to find people that are a little bit different than you, that share different passions, but you know that together cohesively you will all evolve, and they will teach you some things that you've never thought about, or you did know, but they are just adding in more information. So that's something that I think when it comes to making friends, a lot of people think about, oh, I just want to become friends with everyone. And yeah, that's good when we're young, because we don't understand what genuine friendships are like. And I know that's something that I really did when I was younger, was become friends with the whole school. I was, well, my elementary school president, so that really tells you something. And when I started getting older, I realized, okay, I really need to find a closer circle and really start connecting with people on a deeper level. And then especially when I got into high school, my group did expand, but by the time I graduated, I really saw, okay, these are people who are going to stick by me, especially for someone who graduated a year early. That's big. That's huge to really lay on someone and say, hey, I know you know me for a few years, but I'm just going to let you know I'm graduating a year early. It showed me who's meant to be in my life after high school, because relationships that I kept really showed that they aligned with who I am and they respect my decisions. So that's something to look into when you're making friends, is to find people who care about you, who genuinely care about you, want to witness your success, and they will try their best to always be present and real with you. Something to keep in mind is to making sure that you become friends with people who you align with, and that will help you grow spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally too. And something that I did when I was in college, oh my God, that's so weird to say when I was in college, is that in all my classes, whoever I was sitting next to, I tried to become their friend. I remember in my chem class, my very first chem class when I started Sierra College, I was sitting next to this man, a lot older than me, and I said, hey, I'm Gina. This is my first time taking a college class, and it's chemistry, a little nerve-wracking. I just want to see if you want to become study buddies, or at least in class we can talk about the notes and the lectures and everything and just help each other grow. And he said, sure. And then I realized, oh my God, I just made my first friend, or met a lot of people through college, is because I just put myself out there. Hi, I'm Gina, and who are you? And I'm excited to take this class, or maybe I'm not excited to take this class. And I was just raw. I was genuine with everyone. I wanted to see what everyone else was doing. I wanted to see who I could become friends with, who I could become study buddies with. And that's how I just met a lot of people, and just being out there, just saying hi. So that's my little perspective on making friends. Now that you've found friends that have made you feel you, it's time to work on, okay, how can I maintain this relationship? How can I help them grow and prosper? And how can I make sure that I'm feeling happy and whole? It's something that you have to work on, and you have to actively be present and actively try to keep that relationship going. I know that there's some people out there who say that they can go without talking for their friends for a few months and then come back together and realize that nothing's changed. They went back to where they last saw them, and that's great. But a lot of friendships and a lot of relationships don't work like that. There has to be some spark going on. That's what I've noticed with my own friendships. Even when you're not physically being present, there has to be some form of communication. And that's something that I really, really value, always talking with each other, because a lot of people's friends don't live close by now that we are in the age of going to college and or trying new things, traveling a lot. So you just really have to make sure that you're supporting each other, you're comforting each other, and that they know that they have you as a friend. They know that you're there, that you want them to succeed. I really feel like a friendship is something that we guide each other and value each other on, and that's where I see a lot of friendships go downhill, because they realize they're growing into different people and they're seeking out different things. Fully being there 100%, like I said, you don't have to be there physically, but at least if you're there some way, shape, or form, that still matters. I know I have friends that don't live around me anymore, but when they text or call or video chat with me, I know that they're trying, And I know for me, I love to write little cards because I know I can't be with them physically, but at least they know that I took the time to write to them and that this is my handwriting, and they know that I've sat there and thought about this and it's not like a simple text. And they just know that I'm just trying to put myself out there for them. And so when they do come back home, they can see, oh, okay, at least I know one person who's still actively caring about me. That's the word, actively caring. You're always actively caring for your friends, academically, emotionally, physically. As long as you're there and you're actively trying to be there for them, and they can feel it and sense it and acknowledge it. They know when you're happy or when you're sad or when you're frustrated, when you don't even want to be around them. There are some times where you just don't want to be around people and they respect it. Finally, here comes the part that most of us dread. Are the people you're surrounding yourself with, are they uplifting you? Do they make you happy? Does your soul feel enlightened when you have conversations with them, even generic conversations about anything? And if the answer is no, then it might be time for you to let them go. If you guys aren't actively trying to reach out and have that basic foundation of communication, then it's just your soul saying, and that you guys had a very special moment at one time, but now you guys are growing. Your own separate paths mean that you're going to find people who will align to you better. I know that is something that I feel frustrated with myself when I can't, or at times, be fully present with people. And of course, that doesn't mean I'm going to cut them out right away. But it is a challenge because I care for people really hard. Some people would say I'm a teddy bear in some ways. I'm very emotional, very sensitive, and I just love the feelings and the sappiness and all that stuff. And so it's just really hard for me to understand that I can't always be there for people at certain moments. But for someone who's just not there at all, who doesn't try to be active in your life, then that means it's time to move on. Because at the end of the day, you need to find people that's right for you, that will help you evolve and grow and become a better version of yourself. And if those people are hindering that self-evolving process, then it's not worth it. If you have to change who you are so you can keep that person satisfied, it's not worth it. If you're hanging out with that person and it feels weird, it feels off, of course, every now and then you're going to feel off being with someone, because every day we have changing feelings and every day we are experiencing new things. But if this is a constant feeling, then it's time to move on. You guys aren't compatible with each other anymore. You guys can't relate with each other anymore. And that's how I've lost a lot of friends along this path, is because we've just seeked out different journeys. We've slowly stopped communicating, stopped trying to actively be there for each other, and it's been fine. No hard feelings. I totally get it. We all are put on this earth for different reasons, and each person that you meet is meant to be in your life for a certain amount of time. Sometimes you're lucky enough to find a friend that's with you for 10 plus years. And there are moments where that person's only meant to be in your life for 3 months, because everyone you meet, they help and teach you something amazing, whether it's through a sad event or a happy event, or even ending a friendship. Maybe they were just there so you can experience that feeling and understanding of what it means to lose someone who's been present in your life for so long. You don't have to be with a certain person only because you've been friends with them for so long, or only because you've shared this certain experience with them. That experience will be with you and will be with them forever, and it's something that either of you can choose to be grateful for, or either of you can choose to look back on and feel nostalgic about it. But it's okay to move on, and it's okay to let go, because there are always going to be different people coming in and out of your life, and there's always going to be new experiences and new transitions and new lessons to be learned. Sometimes when you are realizing that that person's not meant to be with you in that moment doesn't mean that they're not going to come back later on in life. Maybe it's just a moment that you guys are realizing you need to seek out different things and different experiences. And when you guys do come back to being friends again, maybe 2 months or 5 years or whatever, you guys have grown into a whole different person and you realized why you guys were friends at one point, why you guys left for friends again. And so it comes to say that we're always evolving and we're always learning, and that friendships sometimes will end, but don't be sad about it in the long run. It's going to be okay. You're going to meet new people. Like, as long as you feel like you shared a valuable period in your life with that person, allow yourself to meet new people and become friends with different people and experience things with different people. Because at the end of the day, you need to be happy. And if you're keeping a toxic friendship alive only because of certain memories or certain experiences you've had with them, then that's not healthy. You want to be friends with them because they care for you, they want to witness your success, they want to learn, and they want to grow with you. And they just want to see you be happy. And you need to do what's best for yourself, but you also need to keep in mind what's best for that other person too, because they have feelings as well. This can relate a lot to romantic relationships too. Don't stay with a person if they make you unhappy, you have no happy memories with them, and they're just sad. Don't have to be with them. You need to be happy. You need to figure out what's right for you, because this is your life, not their life. So thank you all for listening, and I hope that whoever you're sitting next to, you say hi to them, because you don't know who's going to come into your life. Some people might have a reason to be there, and you don't know who you're going to meet and how they're going to help you prosper in your future. That's for sure. It's why I always love talking to people. I've learned so much information through random strangers, and even through my friends, I've learned so much about different lifestyles and religions and different ways to look at certain things that I went through and I thought of completely different than they have. And so this is just a video that I want to put out there for 2020 to let go. If you want to let go of certain people, or if you want to start bringing in new type of friendships, go ahead. Do what makes you happy. Be authentically you.